Well, thank you for checking in with us this week. We're glad to be back. This is Jennifer Johnson. I'm Jennifer to the rescue. And we are here at the beautiful Wofford Theater. Logan Street Signs and Banners are our very gracious hosts that allow us to come in every week. I guess allows me to come in and bring my wonderful guests. I always say us like there's this big entourage behind me. But Jennifer Johnson and Lauren. See, I knew I was going to do that already. This is an exciting day. We're doing a couple shows, and this is just a really cool thing that you're doing, and so glad to have you here. And Lauren, tell me, who is Lauren Baney? Are you able to do that in a nutshell?
Yeah, I think I can.
Okay.
Well, I'm Lauren Baney. I am a Ball State student, a junior, about to finish up my last year here. And, I guess next year. And, I guess that's kind of...
Well, what are you studying?
I'm a health science major.
Health science. So, well, what you're here to share about the second of it's a concert.
Yes.
But tell us, how did... like we were saying before the show started, you didn't just one day decide to support this whole thing. It comes out of a passion that you have. And the concert is well, first of all, how did this happen? Because it's against human trafficking. Mm-hmm. And we here in Hamilton County might think, what? Yeah. Why do we need to be worried about that?
Yeah.
But it's here, isn't it?
Yeah, it is here. About 2 years ago, I was invited to go hear a speaker on campus, actually, and he was a representative from International Justice Mission, which is a international organization working against human trafficking all over. And just that night, I can't even really put into words what that night was for me. It was just, I walked out knowing that things were going to be completely different for me, because I had never really even heard of the issue. And just knowing that it was an issue was just heartbreaking to me. Yeah. And I wanted to do something about it, so I decided to join the chapter of International Justice Mission at Ball State. And while I was there, I learned so much more about how this isn't globally. This is everywhere. This is here. This is in our own backyard.
Right.
And I've always really liked working with children. I'm a camp counselor in the summer, and I found out that the average age that girls were being lured into this trade was between 12 and 14. The exact ages that I work with at camp. So I just felt like that was God being like, all right, like...
like, here, I've given you this opportunity. I'm trying to speak to you, and obviously you heard him.
Yeah.
So the, without getting too graphic, I guess, because people might say, human trafficking, what's that? Is there a description of it that's a safe description?
A safe description, yeah. Human trafficking is basically modern day slavery.
Okay.
It is people being forced, tricked, and basically abused into this lifestyle. And our slogan is not for sale. So it's basically people being looked at as property and sold into.
So it's men and women.
Men and women.
Okay.
Yes.
So. Yeah. Because you tend to think maybe it's more females.
Well, it is predominantly females, but men are not immune to being sold as well.
It's very disturbing, but I don't know any statistics. I just know that I've heard that it's everywhere, like you said. So once you realize this, you said, I've got to do something. Mm-hmm. I've got to make a difference, right? Yeah. So what are you doing? What did you, that night you heard the speaker, you said, okay, I got to do something. Where did you come up with, because you've got a concert.
Yes.
And it's the second.
The second concert.
The second concert. Yes. So it's already, you had a year.
Yes.
And you did well. You said there was a lot of snow.
There was.
But first of all, the concert is what date?
March 8th. It's a Sunday.
March 8th, which is a week. If you're viewing this a couple weeks later, well, just know that this is still out here. It's not going away because the concert might be over. But March 8th is and where is it at?
Cumberland Road Christian Church.
Okay. And what time?
Well, it's a two-part event. It's an interactive fair and concert. The fair begins at 3 p.m. and the concert begins at 4.
Okay. So Cumberland Road Christian Church. That's 12625 Cumberland Road, and that's in Fishers, 46038. Now we do have it's called A Better Tomorrow concert.
Yes. That's the title of the concert.
So if they went to Facebook, would it be on there?
Yes, we have a Facebook page, A Better Tomorrow, just that, and you can find the event there, or you could actually type in a second annual Better Tomorrow, and that should pop up as well.
Okay, so those are good things to know.
Yeah.
Okay, and they can also reach you. I know that it's we had your information, but how'd you come up with the idea of a concert? I mean, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Is this your church or is this a?
Yes, my mom is actually serves as the worship pastor at this church.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you kind of had your foot in the door a little bit.
Yeah. Well, music has always been a big part of my life. I grew up singing, and my mom being a music teacher kind of instilled
I think I heard her singing before the show. Yes. Okay. So yes, you do sing. You sing very nicely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She just kind of instilled a love for music for us, and I've always believed that music is something that many people universally enjoy, and it's just, I think it can be so powerful. And I thought of what I can do and what I can bring, and I was like, well, I can do a concert with people. So it's not just me. My family will be performing. We have local artists as well coming in to perform. We have different bands, and it's not just music. We have speakers in it. We'll have dramatic readings. So it's kind of
so a lot of things.
Yeah.
So you just it was a natural fit to put a concert together.
Yeah,
that made sense. And then obviously you said last year when you did the first one, even with the snow, you still had a good turnout.
We did, yeah.
And so this year you're hopefully hopefully reaching more people about being on this show. And so it's a Better Tomorrow concert. If they go to Facebook and they type that in, that could help. But it's March 8th. 3 p.m. and that's the interactive fair.
Yes.
And it's Cumberland Road Christian Church. How did they reach you? I'm not sure if we're going to get it on the screen, but how would they reach you? What's the best? Or what's a good email?
The A Better Tomorrow Gmail account.
Okay. Is that? Oh, it is on there. Okay.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if it was switching. Okay. So it's A Better Tomorrow 12.
Yes.
Make sure they put the 12,
The
and
12,
that's designated because that was the year you,
Well,
or kind of when you thought of this whole
I guess.
It may have taken a
Yeah.
okay, at gmail.com. Just, let us, we'll come back and we'll tell them again. But I guess one of the main questions is when I say, well, I have this wonderful girl that's doing this. Are you partnered up with any kind of, because you said there was an international entity of some sort that you're kind of, the funds and stuff are all being distributed that direction, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm doing this kind of on my own with my family, but we have 5 different organizations from Indiana coming who deal with this directly and have their own.
Well, when we come back, let's make sure you tell us who those 5 entities are, those different organizations, and we'll make sure everybody knows how to contact you. And because even when this show's over, but when the concert's over, this still goes on, right? So, and you're going to have a 3rd one next year. I know you will.
I'm sure, yeah.
So, we'll be right back to Jennifer to the rescue. Don't go anywhere.
When Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Everyone knows it's easy to find first-run movies in the big theaters. But where can you go to watch your favorite classic movies on the big screen for the perfect night out? Why rent a flick when you can rent the entire theater? Call today to reserve our 32-seat theater for your next event, or just stop by to see what's showing this weekend. The 14 by 7 foot screen and the high quality digital surround sound system offers all the amenities you would expect from the big theaters, with a laid back atmosphere and comfortable seating of your own home. Wofford Theater at 1744 South 10th Street in Noblesville gives you the classic movies you want with a big theater experience.
Well, thank you for coming back. This is Jennifer. I'm Jennifer Johnson. This is Lauren Baney, and we are so glad to be here. And we're going to revisit this whole A Better Tomorrow, hope for humanity, human trafficking, humanity. Well, hope for humanity.
Yeah.
But it's just we're trying to get rid of this human trafficking.
Yes.
You are trying to. This is your passion now.
Yes.
And you were just about to share with us there's 5 different
5 different organizations.
organizations. Who are they?
Well, there's International Justice Mission, the Ball State chapter.
Which you're a part of.
That I'm a part of. There's an organization called Purchased, which is out of Indianapolis. Restored Indiana, also out of Indianapolis. Center for Global Impact, which is more globally than just in the U.S. And then the Slate Project, which is out of Delphi, Indiana.
Hard to believe that there's all these. I know when you arrived here, the ladies from the Muse, you were all, talking, and somebody was going to, maybe there was somebody else was talking about this problem on another show that they're having a concert to benefit the eradication of human trafficking.
Yeah.
So it's obviously a real problem, and with all these organizations that are partnering with you, obviously it is a real problem.
Yeah.
There's a need. So the money goes to that, and then I'm sure that they have proven track records of what they do with it. What do we do? Okay, just kind of revisiting. This is on Sunday, March 8th. It's at Cumberland Road Christian Church, and that's at 12625 Cumberland Road, Fishers. And I think if they would go to Facebook, they could put A Better Tomorrow in there, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so A Better Tomorrow is really the trick. And then what do you do at 3 o'clock when you have the interactive fair? What do people do?
Well, it's just kind of, I wanted people to have kind of a way to learn more about it. Than
Okay,
just
so
sitting
learning
through.
opportunities,
Yes.
not just standing there grabbing a flyer and moving on.
There is each organization will have a booth, and kind of it's a way for the community to connect with them, see what they're all about, and we'll have different things for sale. The admission is free for the entire concert, but all our proceeds will go to these different organizations. We have T-shirts for sale, we have bumper stickers, we have a raffle, a bake sale, all that kind of stuff. But there will be different displays that they can learn more about this, see kind of our bigger outlets for it, like the Super Bowl. It's coming more and more into the light. The Super Bowl is the biggest human trafficking event we have in the United States.
It's kind of scary.
It is.
I mean, so many people go to have a good time, and it's really sad to think that some people are not there having a good time.
No, I'm not really sure on those statistics, but I know that this year they actually arrested 600 people who are involved in human trafficking, which sounds like such a big number, but when you're looking at globally, we have 30 to 36 million people in this trade. You think, oh, well, we've barely dented it. And how we need to we just need to bring more in awareness so that, this problem starts,
Well, this is
leaving
a
us.
great thing, wonderful thing that you're doing in the interactive fair. And so now, we're watching this, and obviously somebody's watching us. We're here talking about it. The concert is a week and a half away.
Yes.
If they were to view this after that, they could still get a hold of you at abettertomorrow12@gmail.com. Or they could call you on your phone, which is, my vision is terrible. What is your number?
317-603-5515.
Okay, so they could reach out to you and say, I missed the concert. Okay, but let's just pretend they see it and they say, I want to be involved, I can't go, or whatever. Are you looking for things at this point? Still looking for, I don't know, raffle? Are you doing?
I guess a raffle, if people still want to donate to that, we'll still be looking at that. Like you said, after the concert's over, it's not over. A Better Tomorrow, we're looking to even push that farther and see where it really takes us, just to help people, because this problem's not going to go away after one event.
No, Now, obviously, with the
Yeah.
numbers that
Yeah.
you were using, I don't think that is likely to go
Yeah.
likely to go away. I guess I just said, I'm thinking about the time. How old are you?
I'm 21.
21 years old. I don't know that I even had a thought in my head about doing anything that was of this serious, this kind of serious nature. I mean, I would have just been, we don't have any worries here. I lived in Ohio at that time. I grew up there, but I just am always in amazement of people who take, and especially at young age, maybe you don't, feel that you're that young, but 21 to take on something like this. But you did explain at the beginning that you've been involved with children and you've been involved with young people. So when you went to this presentation at Ball State, you realized, oh my gosh. And I know you don't want to quote any numbers, but we've said this already. It's all over.
Yeah.
And when I've heard little bits and pieces of numbers, and I'm like, in Noblesville or in Hamilton County and Indianapolis, and it is really scary to think. I know you had said we have a flyer, and obviously we can. Some of the highlights you're going to have, like you said, music, but you're also going to have during the concert what?
We have a police officer from Indianapolis coming to speak. He's actually a detective that works directly with this.
Right.
That will be there. And we have a mother from Carmel sharing her daughter's story about being trafficked just 2 years ago.
Oh, wow. So it's going to be really real.
Yes.
When you hear, I
Yes.
can't even imagine, but there's something about hearing the story from the person or the people involved.
Yes.
So is there, let's see, any other ways? I mean, people can go, they could just donate money, right?
Yeah, they can.
So that would be the best thing to go on maybe the Facebook or email and say, I'd like to donate, or do you have
both of those
all
work.
of the above?
Yeah, all
right?
the above work. Exactly.
Because you're not segregating it or anything. It's like,
No.
we just want to,
Yeah.
you're trying to have an impact. Well, obviously, you've got one concert that went well enough to have a second one.
It did.
So we're going to keep our fingers crossed that the third one will come along and it'll be even bigger. But this year has not happened yet. Not as of this moment. It's March 8th. And it's Sunday at March 8th at 3 p.m. Cumberland Road Christian Church. And I'll say it one more time, 12625 Cumberland Road, Fishers, Indiana 46038. And contact information one more time for you, Lauren.
You can reach me on the Facebook page or at abettertomorrow12@gmail.com, or my cell phone number as well, which is up on the screen at 317-603-5515.
And I know we're going to work some projects with some different shows here, so you might be seeing Lauren again, which I know you will. We're going to try to, because it's just, when one person brings it up, then we start hearing, and you sharing just 5 different organizations in the general vicinity that I never heard of before, but obviously there's enough need to have them. So thank you very much for coming. I hope your concert is wonderful, and we'll look forward to hearing all the good stuff. I always leave with an upbeat. I'm a musician, so. But this is T.S. Eliot, who I guess was a writer, maybe a poet, I don't know. Only those who will risk going too far can possibly find out how far they can go. And I would say that's Lauren in a nutshell here. She is reaching for the heights, and she's going to make a very big impact. Hopefully you can join her at the concert. I still don't know if I can, but we thank you for coming and joining us this week. And I'm Jennifer Johnson, jennifertotherescue.com. And, there's also Paid to Save is up there. You could check that out at jenniferpaid2save.com and upload the app, a free app, and get discounts and deals all over. We're just trying to help them all over the place. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And we'll see you soon.
Yes.
All right. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.